Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lady Sissy Jones, and it's been a while. But yes, I have a video for you guys today. I hope everybody has been well and going well. I have been doing very well. Just have been a little bit busy, but excuse my cornrows please. I just dyed my hair and it really came out good, like the way I wanted. I just excuse how I'm not looking so extravagant. I couldn't find the other earring of both, so I just decided to wear both. I was like, well, okay. So without any, because I was very lazy just even to put on a wig, to be honest. So today's video, guys, is all about, I think I'm just like including everything about au pairing. I will like give you tips on how to get a host family, and yeah, tips on how to get a host family, tips on how to grow a host family, you know what I'm saying, okay? And just how your profile should be, I guess. But yeah, I just want to also make it very short and not too long because it gets boring. Okay, so let's get into business. Okay, so firstly, I think the first tip is people need to know, like you need to know, like families here, like people who are very active, because the kids are very active, they have so much energy, and sometimes you're just like, whoosh, you've drained me. Yeah, it's like I'm done, like they are so proactive and they like people who are very proactive. So in your letter to the host, please do write your, like, you like to go out into nature, because we hear people also love taking walks, nature. Even if it's snowing, even if it's raining, girl, you have to go out, because it rains most of the time here, then there is the sun, to be honest. So yeah, talk about you like spots and stuff like that. And you also really need to be creative. So if you are a creative person, this is good for you, because the kids here kind of also get bored a little too easy if they are not older. So write that you're very active, that you love nature, and your letter should be very, not sad, but more mysterious, as to say, I want to know more, and they also kind of read the letter and kind of be like, is she going to fit into our family dynamic? That's how host parents look at it. So basically, if you don't like going out and the family likes going out, there's no way that you guys will be a match. If you're not active and the kids are active, there's no way the family will choose you. So you need to write that you're active. And you really do need to be active when you get here, because the kids are very proactive, and family here loves people who are proactive. I hope you're listening when I'm saying the word proactive, because you need to be active, really. And I think in the introduction video of mine, I showed Swakopmund and how it was, because I was saying in Swakopmund, and just introduction of me, and just being kind of silly and telling people what I love and stuff like that. So there is a good thing if you're a little different, not to say different as in you don't like going out, you don't like it, but different as to say you've learned the language by yourself. Like I have learned Korean by myself. Okay. So I think I'm into sports, and I love learning languages, I love culture, I love trying new food. Those are the things that I love. And I've also kind of, when I read the host schedule of how the day is, of how the kids like, or what the family likes, it kind of aligned a little bit with me, because the kids in the Netherlands loved sports. I love sports. I used to play sports in high school and university. I love sports. They spoke English, so I understood them. And because Dutch is similar to Afrikaans, guys, it was not so hard either. So if you do know some Afrikaans, honey, go to the Netherlands, because it's kind of easy. And they didn't require me to know how to drive, so only ride, and I very know how to ride a bike very much. There is one thing that I did not know how to do, was to swim, and they were okay with that, because the swimming time they had to go with their kids themselves. So I thought that was gonna be a really like they would say no because I don't know how to swim, and they actively asked for somebody who really know how to swim, but they didn't actually. But they looked at everything else and was like, okay, this is the only thing that kind of does not match, so maybe we take it. So they took me in. So those are the tips of how, when, let's say if you're reading a letter from a host, when you're going to go to the interview, make sure that you have read everything and ask questions based on their letter to the au pair. Ask question based on that. Be like, I saw that you guys do this on Thursday, okay, cool. Do the kids have any allergies because they love this and this and this, what do you guys love to do as a family? Because they have already written that in the host as love as a family, then you just ask questions based on that. Or could you elaborate more when you guys say this and this in your letter? Be more like you are very much interested. It's like be a salesperson. Like you, at this point, you are not the one selling, but you are the one who's asking about the product. You want to buy, so you want to know every single little detail. So that's how you have to do it as an au pair. And this is during the during the interview. Like for the first one is your letter should be very proactive, because families in Europe love people who are very proactive, and the kids are very, very, very energetic. It's not like ours where we leave just the kids there and they do their thing, honey. No, you have to be with them no matter how old they are. You have to be with the kids. You have to be there. You cannot leave the kids inside the house. You have to be there. Make sure that you write that you're outgoing, you're proactive, you love to travel, you love to go watch new things, all that. You want to explore, you want to find out more. In your letter, it should be that. And also talk about your family, what your family loves to do together, because families here are very family oriented, and they love someone who's also very family oriented, and they want to eat together with you and all that stuff. So talk about also things that you guys do with your own family at home. I'm not saying I wrote everything right, but I'm just saying just make up something, I don't know. I mean, families are different. There might be some families in Namibia who likes to do things family together. I mean, except Sundays, we cook together as family and eat and stuff like that. Yeah, we love that. But here it's really, really more every single day. You eat together, you sit together and stuff like that. So also speak a little bit more about how you and your family come together, how you love those brothers and stuff like that. And when it comes to the interview, this is where you have to really want to know about this product. This product is the host, so you really need to dig deep into those questions. Ask every little questions, and even if you have prepared the questions, even better, because the host will be like, oh my god, she's really interested, she has a lot of questions out she wants to ask, and all those things. That is great. The first thing that you should show is that you're more interested into the kids than the host parents. Your questions should be more based on the kids, and then later on, when they are done with questions based on the kids, then ask questions about the host parents, what they do, what they love doing, what something that they very enjoy as besides being with the kids and stuff like that. Trying to know with the family how they what would you say? How do they deal with conflicts and stuff like that? How are they in person? What are their personalities? Is that just try to know their personalities and stuff like that. And then I think the third one, you probably ask about the environment where they are living. Is it safe? Is it what? I asked my host, like, am I the only black person who's gonna be there? Because I don't want to be the only black one. But she said no, there's other au pairs as well. It's very close to the trains. Ask those simple things. Is it close to the town? Is it this? Is it far away from this? What is the greatest place you would advise me to go and visit? I have my fries on, so I'm not so sure if it's okay. Guys, you're gonna go with me because I don't want to burn my fries, and this is literally my lunch. So let me see. Oh, that's not good. I think they're burning. Okay, I need to take this off. Okay, I don't know if you see it, but them fries is there. I just don't want to burn them. But yeah, I've switched it off. Back to the mall. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Hi. Okay, let's go back to business, people. Let's be professional, Sissy. Oh God. Okay, so basically, during the interview, you really need to be very, very active. Don't just let the host ask you questions. Don't just let the host speak. You should also speak. You should also say something. And I think that was my first mistake I made with my first family that I had an interview. I didn't ask any questions. I was just listening to what she was saying and stuff like that. I think it was my very first family. I didn't have any questions. I didn't ask anything, and I was just like, I asked about like 2 questions or 3, and then I think that gave them an impression that I'm not so interested. And then the second one, that's when I asked all these questions, and I was like bombastic, like I was like literally giving her questions after questions, and she was like, oh wow, you're very active and all, you're very much interested in it. Sometimes she was like, let me think about it, I didn't think about that. So it was those kind of questions or those kind of moments that I think made them choose me as well. Of course, could be anything else, but yeah. And I would say the last tip is, not the last one, but one of them again, is they can promise you flowers and heaven on earth, and I will buy you this, will buy you that, will buy you that. Do not choose a family based on what they promise you to buy, because sometimes host families also sell you stuff. I mean, it's a sales here, it's an exchange here, so they can make you want to believe, to sell you flowers, girl, roses, and when you come here it's a different story. And make sure that you have asked the hours that you guys spoke about is the hours that you would do. Ask all these things about your this is when they have accepted you, or they have said, okay, we are a match. And then because I had I think 2 interviews with my host, and then the first one was the one where I was more about just asking questions, and then the second one was I think because they wanted to do another interview with me just to ask all those things, of course. So during that interview, it will be better the second one, or if there's not gonna be a second one, I mean, you're gonna call them either way as a family if you match. Make sure that you ask about their hours, about your holidays, about how the house is, or the cleaning stuff. What is more important? What are their expectations? Well, this one should be asked in the first interview. Their expectations, very important. And I would also say, do not lie. Do not lie just to make them choose you, and say something, for example, like, I love cooking and I can cook. Guys, I said that I'm terrible at cooking. Not like terrible, I find my food very good, okay? And so does my boyfriend. He loves it. But other people do not like the sauce because it's always meat and meat that. People here like to eat very different. They like to eat healthy and stuff like that. And if you don't know how to cook, and I love spicy food, so I mean, I love Korean, Asian type of spicy food, and my host here, they don't like so much spicy. They cannot take it, so they are like, okay, I don't think you need to cook anymore. It's fine, we can do our own cooking, and then that's okay, because I love spicy and then they don't. And then they're like, when you get here with the cooking. But I don't think also that, but just don't, make sure that's something that's very you, that you don't say the opposite, because when you come here they expect that of you, and then you don't, or say I love cleaning when you actually do not. Because I love cleaning, I really am a neat person, so I love clean things, guys. It's just very, I love it a certain way. So make sure some things you can probably like, some things that are not so you, that you can literally just do. But some things that makes you, do not lie about them, because then they also have some expectations from you based on what you have told them. Don't lie too much, to be honest. be honest, be you, how you are as a person at home. Just tell them that the same person, what you do when you're home. Tell them if you're not comfortable eating together with them, let them know. That's what I told both my families in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, they were very much okay with it. Even here, I told them they were very much okay with it, because it's uncomfortable for me to sit at a table. We don't do that back home. We just take our plates, we go sit in the sitting room, watch TV, everybody eat wherever they want. At least in our house, that's how it was. So it was very uncomfortable for me just to sit around the table at that moment. But it was not just, but I learned to like it sometimes because it felt so nice. So I sometimes sit with them, sometimes not. It's not always so necessary for me to sit with them. Or they eat also very early here, around 5, and I'm like, I was used to eating at 8 or 7:30, and like if I ate at 5, I'll be hungry by 7:30. So they're like, you can eat whatever time you want, or whatever time suits you, whatever time makes when you're hungry, and you can eat anytime. So I would say be you. Very much ask a lot of questions, honey. Do not be sold roses. We'll buy you this, it's like this, it's like that. It's like, don't mind about that too much, but be more concerned of, are you gonna be comfortable, are you gonna get along, are you gonna, find boundaries, are you gonna have respect, are you gonna love it, are the kids respectful, those type of things. Because some kids yo, some kids here is very disrespectful, and you just look at them like, did you just say that to your mom? It's like, wait, say that again. Excuse me. Whoa, stop the bus. What did you say? Is that, did she just say that? Moment that you will get sometimes. Some kids are very respectful and everything. They're loving and everything. But yeah, so yeah. And I've also just wanted to give some places where people can find host families besides agencies. You can also find host families on aupair.com or World Aupair. On Facebook, there are so many groups of different countries that you can find hosts writing that, oh, we are from where we want this was. But I think the one that I know mostly is Energy Aupair. You can literally have Energy Aupair even from home, from Namibia, and you don't pay so much. The only thing that you pay is what do you say, what is this, the fees, the visa. You pay not half of it but a quarter, I would say a third of it. I would just say half of it, but you pay a third of it. So it's not so expensive, and it's not also expensive to set up your profile and stuff like that. You do that by yourself. So even if you are back home, you can use Energy Aupair. But Energy Aupair also is really, really well if you are already in Europe, because you don't have to pay another matching, another blah blah blah. It's actually free. The only thing you pay is that visa, and probably if you talk with your family, you cannot afford that. Sometimes you can speak with your family to say, can you guys pay this, and then I come pay you back, or you deduct it from my salary when I get there or so. And also the flight ticket, you ask them if they can pay, if they would like to, stuff like that. Energy Aupair is really good. I would say Facebook is also good, but there are also some scammings there, so be careful of families that are scamming, yeah, mostly, yes. So make also a very beautiful introduction video, of where you are from, where you are, just about tradition and stuff like that. I feel like that makes them like, oh, we want to know that tradition, we want to know that culture, of which your culture is just something in it, so yeah. So that is what I had for you guys today. But if you guys do have any questions, I think my next video will be about what to prepare when you have a match to with a host family. I have so much to tell the ladies, because whoosh, it's gonna be good. Anyway, thank you so much for dropping by. If you're new, thank you so much for dropping by as well. And if you're a new subscriber as well, thank you so much for subscribing. And until next time, hada. In Norwegian, we say hada. Bye. See you in my next video. Bye bye.